coming to you from the corner with the radiator. It's day 5, and it's time for another quick strike! Hello and welcome back to the Dohyo here on Mr. JWags channel. Of course, we are mid-Basho, so it is time for a quick strike, a small, tiny, tapas, amuse-bouche of an episode that takes place between our regular episodes to keep us excited about the current Basho. Of course, we are going to be talking about the first 5 days of the January tournament, so if you have not watched through day 5 of the January 2023 tournament, stop! And then return to us. This one is an interesting Basho so far. We only have 3 undefeateds left, and they are all Maegashira. Abi, Aoyama, and Kotoshoho. Now, Kotoshoho, love that he's doing well. Hopefully he can have kind of the same year this year that Hoshoryu had last year. Let's see, he's going to need to start racking up a few double-digit victory tournaments, but maybe he can start here with this incredibly strong start. He's young, he's always been a little bit awkward with his body. Maybe he's finally started to figure out what his adult body sumo is capable of. Aoyama, he seems to have one really good tournament a year where he gets double-digit wins and it bumps him up the Bansuke, and then he gets the Gentleman's 7 for the rest of the year. So let's just see how the next 5 days turn out before we start anointing at Aoyama Yusho yet. Defending champion Maegashira 3 Abi is undefeated. Alright, I didn't expect this. I expected this to be a bit more of an 8-7, 7-8 kind of tournament for him, but he has looked amazing. His feet have looked so calm. So he usually gets the happy feet when he gets a little bit flustered, but his defense has been solid, and frankly, it looks a little bit like Ozeki Sumo? What? We have a lot of interesting 4 and 1s. Starting with Ozeki Takakeisho, Nephew Seki Wake Hoshoryu, Daisho, Nishikigi, Onosho, Azamaryu, and Takarafuji. Now, Takarafuji I was very worried about. I was afraid he was going to just take a deep dive into Deep Judo, but 4 and 1. Let's see how he does. It seemed to be like a little bit of an owie, possible injury on day 4. We did not see him fight today because Tochinoshin went Kyujo. Sorry, Tochinoshin, please heal up. But Takarafuji did not seem to be affected today. Let's see how he finishes the tournament. Azamaryu, of course, has never, ever gotten even a Kachikoshi in the top division, so let's see how he can do. Onosho, I expected to have a good tournament. We'll see how it goes from here on out. I've noticed he has no knee wraps this tournament, which is amazing, so I don't know if he's just feeling better about his knees, but he is not doing the weeble wobble, pitch forward that seems to plague him when he is not on his sumo. So, let's look for double-digit wins out of Onosho. Nishikigi, strong start. Let's see where he goes with this. Double-digit wins would be a little surprising for me, but he's already banked 5. Daisho. Okay, I feel like I've been sort of putting him into an early sumo grave by sort of discounting him. I feel like his Yusho was largely sort of a Tokishori surprise, a lucky occurrence, but he is still an above-average Rikishi, and I'm glad to see him having an excellent, excellent tournament. But also, like Aoyama, he sort of has like 1 or 2 amazing tournaments a year, and the rest of the year is sort of forgettable. So, is this his shot this year? Now, Hoshoryu and Takakeisho. Now, these were 2 guys who we were talking about possibly being on, like, runs, an Ozeki run or a Yokozuna run. So, these guys are under a lot of pressure to perform for the next 10 days. Now, yes, I expected Takakeisho to go Kyujo this tournament, knocking on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So, if he stays strong with his Ozeki power, he will still be in the Yusho race at the end of it, if he stays healthy. And Hoshoryu, he's been having some fascinating, dominating sumo so far. Has not been able to quite get the 5 and 0, but he looks like he is clearly headed for double-digit wins and a continuation of his Ozeki run, if not his first Yusho. Down in Judo, we have 2 5 and 0s, youngster Roga and returning champion Asanoyama. Let's see who lasts down there. And of course, we have some 0-5s to go through, quite a few for this point in the tournament. Now, we started the tournament down 2 with Yokozuna Terunofuji and former champion Ichinojo already out, but we still have 4 more 0-5s. Oof. Maegashira 8, Oho, the young phenom, not doing too well. Chiyoshoma, Okino Umi, and Chiyomaru, all 0-5. Now, of course, 0-5 is the worst possible start you can have, and the highest ranked of these guys is Maegashira 8. So if all of them get double-digit losses this tournament, I'd say they're all on the midnight train to Judeo. Alright, it's still very early, but this looks like it's going to be a barn burner of a U show. I will see you back in 5 days for another Quick Strike!